let's learn some shit about the Maya. The Maya civilization was a Mesoamerica civilization developed by the Maya people. So what I've learned is that you say Maya when you refer to the people or the civilization, and you say Mayan when you refer to the language. Chichen Itza started forming in about 600 AD, and then the temples started being built in 750 AD. Shortly after that, Chichen Itza became one of the most influential Maya cities in the whole Yucatan. Logosyllabic script was invented by the Maya, and it was the most sophisticated and highly developed writing system in pre-Columbia Americas. You can think of it as emojis, and there were 800 of them in the written language. So anytime you talk about the pre-Columbian era of Mexico, that means the era that was free of European influence. So on each side of this temple is 91 steps. 91 times 4, 364. Add the top platform and it equals 365. Mayas kicked ass. They kicked ass at architecture, art, math, and even astrology. They have some of the most accurate pre-telescope data about the stars than anywhere else on Earth. What's crazy, in 1894, an American was able to buy Chichen Itza, and it stayed in his possession for over 40 years. And he came here and he did archaeological studies all over the site, found a bunch of stuff, and then sent it off to Harvard. Years later, I think in 1926, the Mexican government sued him, saying that he stole those treasures and sent them off. The Mexican court favored with him, not the state itself, and the goods were never returned, and he remained in possession until he sold it to the Yucatan state. I'm sweating so hard. Sack bays refer to the white roads, or the white paved trails that go in between the temples. But these didn't just go between these temples, these went between temples themselves. So some of the major highways that are in the Yucatan are actually ancient sack bays from the Maya. I can't fake the funk anymore. You guys are just gonna see me sweat in this whole fucking episode, so let's do it. The Mayans had their own ball game called Pacatak, and this was the largest field I've seen at all of the temples that we've gone to. And Pacatak was played with a rubber ball weighing between 6 to 11 pounds, and they would have to get it through that hoop back there, not using their hands or their feet, and mainly just their abdomen. And a lot of people died being hit with the ball at such high speed, but it didn't really matter because if you lost the game, you were killed anyway. And also, legend has it that Pacatak used to be played with the heads of losers. So that's why you'll see in many of these engravings that they have human heads in their hands. Like you can see here, right there, he's carrying an opponent's head. Not only were the Maya proficient in language and math and science and astronomy, but they were also the very first people to roast cocoa beans and make chocolate. The Maya also got freaky when it came to psychedelics. They were known to give themselves enemas of peyote, morning glory, and mushrooms. The Maya were all about body mod as well. They were well into tooth gems and tattoos, and they also did head shaping on their babies. The big forehead made them more royal-like, and it was a common trend to put boards on babies' heads while they were growing up. One thing that amazes me is that the Maya didn't have any beasts of burden, meaning they didn't have oxen or donkeys or any animal to help them with the burden of their load. So they had to either walk their shit or put it in a canoe to get it anywhere along the trade route. And that's it for this episode. I hope y'all learned some shit. Have the best day ever. See you next time.